Let's stop pretending we live in a sane world, because somewhere between legal and logical, something broke. What you're about to hear isn't conspiracy, it's not satire, and it's definitely not fiction. These are 12 laws, yes, real, government-approved, fully enforceable laws that feel like someone coded reality wrong. And the fact that no one's talking about them, that's part of the fun. So sit tight, because you're about to enter the legal circus. The stage is set. The clowns wear ties, and everything you're about to hear is legal. Like, signed, sealed, stamped by the system legal. Here is number 12, mugging you through a contract. Let's say you're broke, rent's due, your car sounds like it's possessed, and your bank account, that's just a sad number laughing at you. So, you get a payday loan. Quick cash, right? They give you $200 today, and by the time you've blinked, you owe $1,100, with interest rates that make credit cards look like charity. And you agreed to it, willingly, because it's legal, because your desperation signed the dotted line. Payday loans are like that one friend who helps you move, then invoices you for emotional labor, snacks, and wear and tear on his soul. Bonus fun fact, these loans target low-income neighborhoods by design. It's not a safety net, it's a financial ambush. Let's talk about number 11, breakfast cereal and psychological warfare. Remember Saturday mornings, cartoons, and that smiling tiger yelling, "They're great!" while holding a bowl of candy disguised as cereal? Yeah, that tiger wasn't your friend. He was a corporate agent sent to program your 6-year-old brain into thinking 38 grams of sugar before school was a healthy start. And the law? The law's like, cool costume, proceed. Over 90% of ads kids see are for garbage. But sure, let's ban books and let the sugar mascots roam free. Meanwhile, kids develop lifelong eating habits before they can read nutrition labels. It's not breakfast, it's behavioral engineering. Moving to number 10, lying to the public for votes. What if I told you that politicians can lie to your face, on live TV, in HD, with dramatic music playing behind them, and it's all completely legal? You'd probably say, yeah, that checks out. And you'd be right. Politicians can make promises that have the structural integrity of wet cardboard. Want to win votes? Say anything, literally. There's no penalty for being full of it, just rewards, endorsements, and possibly a seat in Congress. Bonus round, you can't sue a politician for false advertising. Political speech is legally protected even if it's nonsense, especially if it's nonsense. All right, number 9, you are the product, literally. Welcome to retail, where your face is more valuable than your wallet. Walk into a store and invisible cameras scan your expressions. Are you confused by the price tag? Do you smirk at the sales section? All tracked, all datafied, then sold to someone who wants to sell you socks. Your mood is now a marketing asset. You didn't opt in? Doesn't matter, you breathed in the general vicinity of a mall. That's good enough these days. And guess what? Facial recognition software is rarely regulated. You're basically auditioning for the role of consumer hash 47 every time you buy deodorant. Here's number 8, evict first, justify later. Let's say your landlord wants to remodel. By remodel, we mean replace you with someone richer. You've been late on rent once, or maybe not, doesn't matter. In many US states, they can just kick you out. No reason needed, no court drama, just a notice taped to your door like a surprise party you didn't ask for. You're not a tenant anymore. You're an inconvenience, a deleted file. Some states require 30 days notice, others, just a shrug and a signature. And don't forget, some landlords use AI bots to decide which tenants to evict first. Automation, baby. Coming in at number 7, he beat her. He still gets custody. Domestic violence? Tragic. Court case? Messy. But wait, he wants custody now. And here's the plot twist. He might get it, yes, even after a conviction, because family court is less about safety and more about ticking boxes. If a man has visitation rights, the law doesn't always care if he used those hands for violence. Trauma, too abstract. Parenting rights, concrete. And the worst part? Mothers often have to share custody with their abuser for years, all under the banner of family unity. Let's look at number 6, gambling games for 10-year-olds. Bright lights, spinning wheels, epic loot drops. Sounds like a Vegas slot machine, right? Nope, it's a mobile game your 10-year-old plays after math homework, with mechanics designed by behavioral psychologists. Every button press is a dopamine hit. It's not technically gambling, though, because no real money is involved. Yet. But the addiction? Oh, that's very real and legally cultivated. These games condition children to crave rewards, obsess over numbers, and beg their parents for just one more spin. And we let them, because hey, it's just pixels. Now number 5, you're fired. Reason? None. Let's say you show up to work wearing Crocs. Your boss hates Crocs. Next day, you're unemployed. Why? Because in 49 U.S. states, your job security is as strong as a tortilla chip in a rainstorm. It's called at-will employment, which is a fancy way of saying your boss doesn't need a reason to ruin your Tuesday. It's not misconduct. It's not performance. It's just mood. And companies use it all the time to quietly remove people they find inconvenient. Coming in hot at number 4, ground leaves sold as brain fuel. You're tired. You want more focus, more mental clarity. Enter overpriced capsules with mysterious powders from plants that may or may not have grown in a parking lot. These supplements promise the memory of an elephant and the focus of a Buddhist monk. Scientific studies. Who needs those when you've got a label that says, these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA? That sentence is your golden ticket to legally sell false hope. And influencers, they love these magic capsules because profit tastes better when sprinkled with pseudoscience. We're now at number 3, slavery never left. It rebranded. Slavery ended in 1865. But did it? Because there's a clause in the 13th Amendment that says forced labor is still allowed as punishment for a crime. Enter prison labor. Inmates making furniture, sewing uniforms, packing products for corporations that don't list them in the payroll. They work for cents an hour while private prisons collect millions. Call it justice. Call it rehabilitation. But don't call it freedom. The U.S. has 4% of the world's population, but 20% of the world's prisoners. So, can we call it a business? Brace yourself for number 2. Backyard tigers are totally fine. You can't own a hedgehog in California, but in Texas, you can own a tiger, no permit, no inspection, just own it. Like it's a golden retriever with stripes. There are more captive tigers in Texas backyards than in the wild. Tiger King wasn't an anomaly, it was a genre. These animals often live in tiny cages, barely legal enclosures, or worse, just roaming rural property, until one escapes. Then it's suddenly everyone's problem. And finally, number 1, medicine or extortion. You decide. A pharma company buys the rights to a generic drug. Overnight, the price jumps from $13 to $750. Same pill, same formula, different capitalism. You need it to live? That's adorable. Maybe start a GoFundMe. Or just die. Either way, legally, the company wins. There are life-saving medications, insulin, EpiPens, that are unaffordable not because they're rare, but because they're monopolized. That's not healthcare, that's a hostage situation. This isn't a glitch in the system, this is the system. And now you know why some people don't trust it. If this cracked open your curiosity or triggered your inner chaos, subscribe, share it, tattoo it, whisper it into your cat's ear. This is Metasilent, where we expose the madness politely approved by the law, and this time you can't say you didn't know.